Good to be with you, John.
You know, it's interesting to hear the justices finally admit what I think most Americans, people like yourself, understand. This is not the job of the Supreme Court to regulate big tech. This is Congress's responsibility. Talk to us about the efforts you're spearheading and why you think they may actually work.
Well, I really appreciate the Supreme Court saying that, because for over 100 years, Congress has left it to the courts to interpret the Sherman Act and the Clayton Act, which are the prime antitrust legislation that was passed by Congress. And Congress has not done its responsibility, has not fulfilled its responsibility under Article 1, that being making laws. We clearly see an evolution of the economy into e-commerce and social media. And Congress should be passing laws and should have refined Section 230. And clearly, in this case, you would see that it would save lives. It was ISIS was able to recruit terrorists on the internet. Now, Section 230 protects these companies if they take down speech that fits within a certain category. This speech was allowed to stay up, and these companies are trying to seek immunity. It's going to be very interesting to see what the court does in this case.
Yeah, Section 230 came out of the belief that you shouldn't hold phone companies accountable for the things that people say. Let's just pretend, for the sake of argument, Congressman Buck, you and I are two mafioso guys and we're planning some sort of hit. We can't let the phone company be responsible for what we say over the phone. But this also comes from 1996, and it's kind of like using a cell phone from 1996. You know, that's the type of technology, that's how much things have advanced. So it's almost ludicrous to think about using Section 230, which is that old, to regulate the modern internet.
Well, John, I have to run for office, so let's not pretend that I'm in the mafia.
Okay, fair enough. It was a joke. It was for the sake of argument. You know, I understand, though, your position. I fully do.
But yeah, so Congress wanted to make sure that these tech companies could take down child porn or recruiting terrorists or other dangerous, selling drugs, other dangerous material from the internet, and gave them immunity for taking that material down. Obviously, we want to protect these social media companies from allowing speech, regular people engaging in regular discussion. Now, these tech companies have gone further, and they've taken down speech of individuals that they don't like. They disagree with their opinion. And now they leave up an ISIS recruiting material, incredibly dangerous. So I think the court is well positioned to make a determination in this case, and I hope they do.
Yeah, my read on this, Congressman, you know better than I would, but it was really to make sure that there was free and fair competition when it came to the internet. That was part of the motivation here as well, so that smaller companies could still thrive in this burgeoning world of the internet.
Yeah, well, clearly, small companies don't have the ability to fight off lawsuits the way the huge companies do. And so giving immunity for the smaller companies protects them from constant lawsuits. But what's happened is just a few companies like Facebook or Google control search or social media. And in the process, they have developed the ability to really influence speech as we know it in America.
So you mean something that was passed by Congress with the idea of protecting the little guy gets co-opted by the big guys and then is used to suppress? Wow, I'm shocked that this type of stuff could happen. But again, a good reason why we need folks like yourself taking a closer look at it. Congressman Ken Buck, great to have you with us as always.